Hi everybody, welcome to the part 4 of this project. In this video I am going to remove the oil pan. Now I am starting supporting the engine using an engine support frame, this kind of frame that you can get from the internet for 50-60 bucks. And the purpose of supporting the engine from above is to release the engine cross member, because to get access to the oil pan, the subframe or the engine cross member should be lowered. The lifting of the engine will be through that hook on the Vanes system. According to the repair manual that I am using, the engine should be lifted for about 5 millimeters to release the pressure on the engine cross member. Just look for a reference point on the engine to check the 5 millimeters. Stability check. Loosen the bolts of the lower control arms from the both sides. Unscrewing the nuts of the engine mounts from the both sides. A magnet is very useful in this kind of situations to get bolts and nuts. Loosen the screw of the steering coupling joint. I thought just loosening the screw without removing it will help releasing the column from that joint, but later on I will figure out that this screw should be removed completely. So don't do my mistake, remove that screw completely at this point. Removing the nuts of the engine mounts connected to the subframe. Removing the nuts of the anti-roll bar, or the sway bar like some people call it. Oil level sensor disconnect. Because the subframe will be down later on and getting access to the end of the car later on will be difficult for me, so I decided to remove the end screws connected to the gearbox flange and the rear screws of the oil pan. Time to release the engine cross member, but before doing this I am supporting it with a jack. This is what happens when you clean the camera lens with a dirty rag. Sorry about this, guys. The engine cross member is fixed with 4 bolts, 2 each side. I am starting here with the passenger side. This is now the driver side. Normally, after releasing the car jack, the subframe should come down, but it wasn't the case for me, and I was a little bit surprised why. And after investigation, I found out that the screw of the steering coupling is still there and it should be completely removed. Now you see the steering column is still connected to the coupling. You can also unscrew that bolt from above. And now I can say that the subframe is down. I am removing the dipstick. The oil return line from the CCV system connected to the dipstick should be also removed. Before undoing the screws on the oil pan, I decided to support it because I don't want that some screws will support the whole weight of the pan during the removal process. Also, this will help me out moving the oil pan on a vertical position. After removing all the bolts on the oil pan, I released the jack just a couple of millimeters to get some space to move the oil pan down. Then I lowered the jack completely to remove the oil pan. To get the oil pan out, I slide it towards the rear of the car. Then I lifted the subframe so I can slide the oil pan underneath it. I was a little bit surprised as I inspected the oil pan. There were no sludges, but just a little bit of scales, which is normal, and this is a good sign. Here I am trying to show you how I am staying organized through this project. The part 4 ends here, and the next video will be the number 5. I will be reinstalling the oil pan and refitting back the subframe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.